Hi guys, it's John in Brooklyn. Welcome back to KC Farms. We've got one day of nice weather before it's going to start to get cold and possibly snow, if you can believe that or not. So we got some chores to do. We're going to bring you along. We're going to clean the duck houses, move the donkeys,
and get the pigs some treats.
All right, let's get at it. All right, guys, I'll spare you the excitement of cleaning out the duck houses. We've got the first one done here. While we do everything else, we're just gonna let this dry out in here before we put any more hay down. We've done our why pigs video and why chickens video. Next one I'm working on is why you should raise ducks. And we've got our khaki Campbells back here at the pond. And like I said the other day, our silver apple yards, they just run all over the farm. So they're up towards the house right now, but they always come back at night. So we're working on that why you should raise ducks video. We'll have that out here in a couple days, but we're gonna finish up here. We've got the silver apple yard pen to work on right now, get that cleaned out, and then we'll be off to get the donkeys moved. Next job today, while we're letting those quack shacks dry out, we're in with the donkeys, Marine, Leroy, and Ethel, and we have been working with them and walking them pretty much every other night when we get the chance, and they are getting really good at being on the lead. But today's job, this was their old pasture over there, and you can see it starting to grow in nice. We have yet to get the poop out of there. It's just one of those things that isn't on the high priority list yet. We'll get it before they go back into there. But hey, Marine, how are you?
I'm dusty.
She's been rolling. So we're getting ready to go down here. So they've been in this pasture at the end here, well, in the middle, I guess. So we're gonna run this fence. This fence has not been charged, and there's fence on the opposite side, so we're not worried, but they respect that, so they haven't messed with it. So we're just gonna make a straight path right down this edge here and open it up. There's one more section back there we want to let them get, so we're gonna make a little can't think of the word, a funnel, so they can just go straight down here. They can get back up to their water in their house, and they'll have that open pasture back there. We're gonna cut off this so this can all start growing back in. So let's get these fences and let's start getting these donkeys to a fresh pasture spot. Brooke and I have this open pasture set up right here now. We went out a little farther than we thought we'd be going, but we just didn't want to overlap fence and waste it, so they can get to this whole area. And you can see the donkeys looking at us, ready to move over. So the only other thing we need to do besides letting them across here is we're gonna make a path from this fence. We'll leave this one up because we don't want them to go back in here where they just were. And we're just gonna run a straight line all the way up. So they'll run down this chute to get to this open pasture. They can get up to their housing and their water. And that way we'll keep them off the old pastures, let those rest up and start growing fresh grass again. So let's get our little path set up. Okay, that worked out really well. We've got our chute done, and this whole inside fence is not electrified. It doesn't really matter. We have field fence on the other side, but like I was saying earlier, they don't really test it. So they've got this whole back third of this pasture, and you can tell they are excited. So glad to get them off their manure. We're still gonna go in there and get their manure raked up, but these guys are looking happy to be over here in this fresh spot. So once this one's messed up and they've eaten it down and manured everywhere. We'll get them moved back up to the front. We'll just keep rotating them, see how it goes. We may move them over to our side because we may need to use their barn for a, oh, there's a monkey in a tree. We may need to use their barn for a farrowing area once we have some of our piglet litters due. But right now this spot is working out excellent for the donkeys. So 2 of our jobs done today. Last one, we've got to go get some treats for these animals. So let's run and go get those. All right, guys, we've got our treats loaded. We've got our mealworms for the chickens. And can you guess what those are? Yes, these are all duck eggs, and we've hard boiled a whole pile of them. We are getting 30 some eggs a day. And so we've hard boiled, we've used all we need. And so our goal always was, when we got so many ducks and so many chickens, to help supplement some pig feed with some eggs. So we've hard boiled these up, and we're ready to take out some snacks to the pigs, and I'm sure they're ready. So let's get going. Okay, so this is Millie, Penny, and Kevin, and these are the first pigs we put in for breeding. So these 2 girls should be due about the middle of May. And you can see as I get on top of Millie here, she's really starting to widen out, and they are looking to be pregnant. So we're excited about these first couple litters. Looks like these pigs are quite excited about these eggs. So let's move on and get the other pen some eggs. All right, guys, this is Josie, Jelly Bean, and Chubbs' group here. And I forgot to tell you while we're doing duck eggs here that our khaki Campbells have started laying. You can see the one on the right is a silver appleyard egg, and the one on the left is a khaki Campbell. And they're a little bit smaller than the appleyards. I don't know if it'll stay that way or if it's just because they just started laying, but we're getting about 16 khaki Campbells a day and about 13 silver appleyards. So we have plenty of eggs. All right, guys, this is the last pen. This is the young girls back in the woods. Everybody has been enjoying the eggs. The chickens have been enjoying the mealworms. So we are just about done today with our chores. Appreciate you guys following along on these chores and watching all the animals get moved and ducks get new bedding. That's the last thing we got to do. So let's run back there and get the hay for the ducks. All right, guys, chores are done. Ducks will be happy tonight. Eggs will be very clean tomorrow. They'll work all that around and put it down the way they want it. We've got the same in the appleyard pen over there. Glad that the chores are done for the day. Well, besides feeding and putting animals up and everything else, but everything we wanted to get accomplished is done today. So appreciate you guys following along. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already,
make sure you like, subscribe, check us out on Instagram and also Facebook, and don't forget to make the change.
All right, guys, we'll see you on the next video.